Hello, travel world. Welcome to Experience Travel with Katie and Allie. My name is Katie Lilly, and I am the owner of the Travel Marketplace.
And I'm Allie Schultz, expert travel consultant with the Travel Marketplace. Today we're going to experience travel with Eduardo Cartaya with G Adventures.
Welcome, Eduardo, and thank you for joining us today. Can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with the Travel Marketplace. Obviously, we've known each other for a few years now, and just excited that we have this opportunity. And it took a little situation like this in order to bring us all together, but I'm happy to be here. I've been in the industry 15 years. I've got a specialty in adventure, exotic, and student travel. I came to G Adventures just about 10 years ago. And today I love promoting travel because of the life-changing work we do all around the world through our travels and through our activities.
Can you tell us a little bit about G Adventures for people that have never heard of G Adventures before?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about it. The company is 30 years old. We're still owned by one gentleman. He's a philanthropist and an entrepreneur. Really, this company started with a credit card and a flyer. And the idea was that we were going to bridge the gap in between the independent traveler and the fully escorted motor coach type of situation. At that time, and this is around 1990, 1991, there really wasn't too many options in terms of international travel, and the internet was just kind of coming around then. And we thought that there was a opportunity for a tour operator like us to come into the market and provide the flexibility and independence that you get from foreign independent travel, just buying your plane ticket and arriving there. Something in between that and a fully escorted motor coach type of experience. And thus Gap Adventures was born, and that was our name for the first 10 years, first 20 years even. About 11 years ago, we changed the name to G Adventures, and we've grown and grown, and now we're moving hundreds of thousands of travelers all over the globe. We travel to over 100 countries. We operate in 9 different travel styles. And what we found as we've grown is that people typically travel with us because they believe in why we do what we do. We are the industry's largest social enterprise. And what I mean by that is, although we are a for-profit company, our purpose and our goals are geared towards improving people's lives in the destinations that we operate. So we use the power of tourism, the supply chain, the transformative power of tourism in order to create economic opportunity in the destinations that we operate, while showing our travelers a great time on vacation.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna go ahead now. I think to go ahead and show the slideshow with a few of the highlights of the different tours that you offer. Eduardo, these tours look amazing. And one of the things about G Adventures that I love is the lifetime deposits. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, especially in today's climate. I mean, we really value this sort of booking condition. Now, we've had it forever, but it's especially important now. The lifetime deposit allows travelers to put their deposit down and save their spot on a trip, and then they won't have to pay off the balance until 60 days prior to departure. Now, what happens in life is that we have unexpected things that come up, and for whatever reason, we have to postpone our trips or we have to cancel it. That deposit is a lifetime deposit with G Adventures, so it will always stay on account. So whenever the traveler is ready to come on a G adventure, they'll have that deposit or that travel credit ready for their use.
That's amazing. And also they can use it for, it doesn't have to be the same trip, correct? They can use it for a different trip at a different date or anything like that.
That's correct. It's applicable to other trips. It can be moved around to different services.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Another thing that I really like is that you guys don't charge, G Adventures does not charge for single supplement either.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult in how we sort of explain that, and it differentiates from most of our competitors in the space. We don't charge a single supplement because we pair people together. So you're not paying more for traveling alone, but in fact, if you insist on having your own room, you will indeed be asked to pay an additional supplemental amount. Okay, so it's a little bit difficult to communicate that. We just want to make sure we get that right. You don't pay more for traveling alone, provided that you're okay being paired with somebody of the same gender on the tour. Now, eventually you'll ask, well, what if there's an odd number of females or an odd number of males? In that case, the single traveler will end up likely with their own room for the duration of the trip. So sometimes they get lucky, and other times they get what they're paid for.
Just to clarify that, so
Yeah.
if somebody says, I'm totally fine sharing with somebody else and they were single, and then there ended up being 3 and only 2 could go in a room, G Adventures would not charge them the single supplement if they had to be in their own room. Because
that's right. You got it exactly correct. People are paired off based off of gender. And just so you know, we go right down the list by age. That seems to work out the best. And in the event that we have an odd number, depending on the makeup of the group, because sometimes we can have several people traveling alone in the group, or not alone, but booking single. 70% of all people who book onto a G Adventure are booking alone.
Really, 70% are doing that.
Yeah. Now, Katie, I can't say that their friend in Germany didn't book for the same trip under a different booking number. I don't know that they're friends until they arrive there. But we know that they booked independently.
Perfect.
That's really that's nice, and it makes it, I think, and Katie, I think will agree that it sort of makes it, a lot of people want to travel, and they don't necessarily have somebody who wants to do that particular trip with them.
Yeah, precisely. And people always get concerned about, am I going to like the group? Am I going to feel comfortable there? Because of our social enterprise and because of why we do what we do, we tend to attract a very common, like-minded traveler. Now, they're not common in that they're from the same parts of the world. We sell these trips in 6 different markets, all always in English, but many Brits, Europeans, Aussies, Kiwis will be joining us on the trip. And it's truly an eclectic group of people from all over the world that are going to be coming together, and we'll be spending the next 8, 10, 15 days together through that particular destination. So it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, that does sound amazing, and a good way to meet different people, and I would imagine probably lifetime friends as well.
No, you wouldn't believe some of the stories we hear. Marriages and children and cross-global relationships. Yeah, it's a beautiful world, and when we bring these different cultures together, it really adds to the dynamic of the group, and I think that's something that's unique to G Adventures as well. Only about 10 or 12% of our travelers are from the United States, so it's an eclectic group of people from all over the world, and that tends to make for a better experience, a better dynamic.
Agreed.
Yeah, that does sound like it's kind of different and makes you guys unique.
Yeah.
Is there anything else before we go today, Eduardo, that you think that would be important for people to know about G Adventures?
Yeah, I think that what's most important about G Adventures, or why people keep on coming back to us even after they've traveled, or even that we have so many fans of the organization who would never consider this type of travel. It's just not for them, but they're fans of the company, and the reason why is because of why we do what we do. Throughout the world, we've adopted a supply chain that employs locally owned hotels, local transportation companies, local restaurants. We hire our guides, or what we call chief experience officers, locally. And you can see just by going on vacation and having a great time that you're having a tremendous impact on the community. So really what draws people into this organization is why we do what we do. Many organizations run fantastic trips to Peru. We're the #1 operator in Peru, and I think my trips are the best. But to be honest, there's a glass ceiling into how great any experience can be. What really differentiates one organization for the next is the reason as to why they do it. And as you travel through these destinations, you're going to see how your vacation and other people like yours have contributed to the local economy and contributed to the development of the people in that community. And that is a very rewarding feeling, and something that I think is unique to G Adventures, and or at least unique in that we look for that and promote that as one of our foundations and our pillars. We have 5 core values, and the first one is we love changing people's lives, and that's just not just our travelers, but the people in the destination. So I would say that that's if your viewers left with one thing, I would say that when you travel with G Adventures or companies like ours, you're having a profound impact on the local economy.
And that is important. I agree with that. I love it.
Yeah.
So book all your trips through Travel Marketplace, and support your local community here in New York State as well.
Well, thank you. And thank you everyone for experiencing travel today with the Travel Marketplace and Eduardo with G Adventures. If you have any questions about G Adventures or would like some additional information, please feel free to contact us at the Travel Marketplace. Until next time, stay healthy and stay safe, and keep dreaming about your next travel experience.
Safe travels, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Bye, everyone.